It's like that's why I'm so hot in here. It's like the heater's on. Turn off my heater, please. Okay. Hey, Craig, turn off my heater, honey. Thank you. What? Okay, thanks. No, I want it off. Oh, wait, no. Hello, you guys. Welcome to my channel. I just wanted to get on here. I was so encouraged to get on here tonight. And thank you for catching the replay. This is a recovery video that I'm doing right now because I experienced something on this YouTube streets that reminded me why I started my channel. And so I wanted to go over step 3 because I went over step 1 and step 2. So step 1 is we admitted we were powerless over alcohol and that our lives had become unmanageable. Step 2, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Step 3 is what I'm going to go over. Made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood him. So step 3 is great. Well, all the steps are great, but the reason why I'm going to talk about step 3 is because when you're an alcoholic, and I'm speaking from experience, my name's Keisha. I'm a recovered alcoholic. I have 4 years of sobriety. My date of sobriety is January 1st of 2018. My last drink was December 31st at 5:30 p.m. And I'm grateful that I am living this life. I don't miss it at all. I stopped drinking when I was 37 years old. I'm in the 41st chapter of my life. I'm going to be 42 years old this year. And I praise God and I thank God for delivering me from alcoholism. So I'm going to read how it works. This is the how it works. It's from the AA book, and I'm just going to read how it works because there's a lot of key words in this how it works literature that will really make you and I'm going to stop and talk a little bit about it too. So, rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. Those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not completely give themselves to this simple program. Usually men and women who are constitutionally incapable of being honest with themselves. There are such unfortunates. They are not at fault. They seem to have been born that way. They are naturally incapable of grasping and developing a manner of living which demands rigorous honesty, okay? Their chances are less than average. There are those too who suffer from grave emotional and mental disorders, but many of them do recover if they have the capacity to be honest with themselves. And when you're an active alcoholic, it's hard to be honest with yourself. And even as a recovering alcoholic, sometimes it's hard to be honest with myself. But through living and working recovery, I feel like honesty is the best thing. And sometimes you have to do things like inventory so I'm gonna talk a little bit more about inventory later, but our stories disclose in a general way what we used to be like, what happened, and what we are like now. So if I have to sum it up of what I used to be like, well, alcohol served its purpose for me and I had fun with it in my teens, in my 20s. But if I want to go back to step 1 is we admitted we were powerless over alcohol. Who wants to admit that they're powerless over anything? I know I didn't want to admit that I was powerless over alcohol. But here's the key word. It made our lives unmanageable. See, many things can be unmanageable. Some people don't think that they're blackouts because they remember everything that they say. I know I was one of those. I would say, oh, I remember everything that I said. And and sometimes I wouldn't, or I would fall asleep. And so over time, sometimes it just doesn't work. It didn't work for me. And like it's hard for some people to believe that because I've made a decision in my life to give up alcohol and to live a longer life because it wasn't working for me, but it was fun when it did work. That I uploaded a video of me and my cousins dancing, and it was a very old video, but it was like, it was one of the last times I went out with my cousins, and it was actually in 2015. And that was like one of the last times I remember in 2015, even though my last drink was in 2017. In 2015, I remember I was in Oakland with my family, and it was a 50th birthday party for my cousin, and he rented out a whole bar. It was an open bar in Oakland, California. And I had my cousins there, and one of them, like even though I know it's not my accomplishment, I have to say that we are proud to say in my family we have the first she's biracial. It's all good. She's the first African, what she calls it's Afro Latina. She's a doctor, and she just got she got her white coat, and she got everything. So we're all excited. Anyways, so she was the one that was walking like this, and I was hanging out with them, and I felt like that was the first time I realized, I was like, I cannot be like drunk like this in front of my cousins. Like, I felt like I was like losing control, but I wasn't honest with myself that I was, my tolerance to alcohol was changing. My tolerance definitely was changing. And a lot of people want to ask, what happened? Why, what happened? What made you turn into alcoholic? I don't know what happened, but what I do know is that alcoholism is a disease, and it's gradual, and it's progressive, and it's cunning, baffling, and powerful. Think about this. If you've ever knew anyone that tried to stop drinking alcohol and they stopped and they did really well, and then they go back, and you're like, well, if all this stuff happened to you in your life, why would you go back to doing anything like that? Well, it's because alcoholism is cunning, baffling, and it's powerful. I've gone to meetings where I've witnessed people share that they were sober for even 15 years, and they went out and they had a spiritual awakening, and they thought that they could just go drink wine. No, that doesn't work out. And then it takes them 7 years to get back in the rooms of AA or recovery. So the reason why I'm so blessed, I feel so blessed to be able to work in recovery, is because I have a reminder of it every single day. And I feel like it's a blessing to see the growth of someone. I have a story too. And if my coworker's watching, I'm not going to say your name, but we were talking about this last night. It's such a blessing. Because I work in mental health, and there's some people that want to take their own lives, and you got to try to talk, you got to try to counsel them through wanting the, having a desire to live. And where I work, what we do is we sometimes we're able to, give people one-on-ones and encourage them. Hey, Liz, thanks for being here. And I was just, anyways, I'm just gonna be in my zone. I'm just gonna do my thing. Thank you for being here, honey. I was thinking everybody's just gonna catch the replay. I was just feeling like I'm just here talking to, anyways. So I remember there was this guy that, he's my coworker, and he wasn't doing too good. This was before he was my coworker, and he was just like, he didn't find any value in living. And so, I talked to him a little bit. I asked him, to come on from the street and come on into the facility. And I connected him with another gentleman that had the same kind of life experience he did. And he went from, not overnight, but he now works, and he's doing a good job, and he found a purpose for living. And I'm so grateful, to be able to see that growth. I mean, it's amazing. It's great to see people grow. And, I stopped drinking alcohol when I was 37 years old. If you would have told me when I was like 31 or anytime, like when you're 37 years old, you're going to stop drinking and you're going to, in 2022, you're going to be in your 4th year of sobriety. This is actually, I feel like one of my most exciting years. Like the first year of sobriety, it was like really difficult. It wasn't difficult. Every month was like a party because I was like so excited to get my little chips. But then after a while, the pink cloud dies off and you really have to stay connected, because if you don't stay connected, and some people are like, oh, I don't want to go to meetings because meetings make me want to drink. But you know what that is? That's the disease lying to you. Just like say you're wanting to take a break from drinking because you're not too sure if you're an alcoholic or not. Okay. Well, some people, and I can speak from my experience. When I would try, it was 2000, and I'm going to say I tried to stop drinking alcohol in 2016 on my own. I tried, and I remember I actually journaled my whole thing. And I journaled even though I was drunk, and I still have that. I almost want to when I can make that another video, but sometimes I go back and I read my journaling, and it's it comforts me so much when I read those old journals and I know where I'm at right now. It's encouraging. Even when I go back and I watch my old videos, because I started this channel in 2018 when I was 4 months sober, before I got like my teeth fixed, because I fell on my face and like all of my dental broke, and I was on camera like that. And it's like, it's okay. I have it up. But and I look at it because I see how far I've gone. It's like, I got some dental work fixed because I fell on my face in 2016. I had a TBI, a traumatic brain injury, in February 2nd of 2016. And I was in an induced coma for 4 days, and I was in ICU for 9 days because I jumped out the car that I thought, because this disease that's cunning, baffling, and powerful lied to me and said that the car was not moving. So I'm arguing with my husband, and I jump out the car in front of my husband and my 2 children, 4 and 9 at the time. My 23-year-old was 19 at the time. And so that tells me right there how cunning, baffling, and powerful alcoholism is. So listen to this. Our stories disclose in a general way what we used to be like, what happened, and what we are like now. If you have decided you want what we have and you're ready to go through any lengths to get it, then you are ready to take certain steps. So the way I knew I wanted what they had, like people in recovery, is because I was just tired of living the way that I was living. And so like when people tell me, oh, Keisha, you're still drinking, you're still a drunk, it doesn't bother me, because I know how I'm living right now. And if you're out there and you're suffering with alcoholism, or even if you're not accountable for your mental health, maybe you're dual diagnosis, maybe you have a chemical dependency and a mental health diagnosis, and if you have something with mental health, like I just found out, I'm not going to say who it is, but there is someone who's really close to me who found out that they have bipolar disorder. And so I cannot wait to learn more about the pharmaceutical meds on psychiatric meds, because so many people ask me questions. I'm like, I don't know. I need to go to school. I need to learn, because I just want to say that if you have bipolar disorder, and I'm not a medical professional, so please consult with your medical professional before you go and ask this. But if you've been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, please consult with, and you're having issues with your meds and you feel like you're in and out and you're not, and because some people with bipolar disorder, they stop taking their meds because they think that they're okay. I know someone and that's really close to me, and they've been getting injections. So I don't know which, medications that are good because everybody takes different bipolar meds. So I just ask your doctor if you are a good candidate to get your psychiatric injections. And so I think you can get them. I don't know. I think it's like some people get them every week, every 3 weeks. Everybody has a different regimen of how often they have to get their injections. But I've noticed where not only where I work and in my family that these injectables have helped them a lot. So, anyways, I know I'm all over the place. I said I was going to talk about alcoholism, but I just felt like I'd talk about that too. So step 3, made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to. Oh, hey, did I say hi to you, DJ Effie Sumi? Oh no, that's not you. That's Kelly. That's Erica Kelly. Hey girl, how you doing? Hi. There's no drama over here. I'm just doing recovery stuff. That's it. How are you, hun? Anyways, I'm just doing recovery stuff. Remember, we deal with alcohol, cunning, baffling, powerful. Without help, it is too much for us. But there is one who has all power. That one is God. May you find him now. Half measures availed us nothing. And when people ask me, what does half measures mean? Hey, it's okay. When it reads, half measures availed us nothing. So when I think about half measures is like, I'm only going to drink on the weekend, or I'm only going to drink beer, not the hard stuff. Because, if you drink the hard stuff, that means you're really an alcoholic. Or I'm not going to drink every day. That is half measures, okay? So we stood at the turning point. We asked his protection and care with complete abandon. Here are the steps we took, which are suggested as a program of recovery. And so, 1, we admitted we were powerless over alcohol and that our lives had become unmanageable. 2, came to believe a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. 3, made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood. Okay? And so that's where that's what I'm going over today. It's like I made a decision to turn my will and my life over to the care of God. And although I thought I knew God and I thought I had a relationship with my God, I did not really know God until I hit rock bottom. And I didn't want to die from alcoholism. So everybody out there who thinks I don't even care what you think, because I'm alive, you guys. And it's like, I could just shout, thank you. I'm free. I'm free. And I was on someone's live earlier. I'm not going to talk about it, but I was really passionate because I'm passionate about it because, like, people that don't really that are not alcoholics, or they don't see people, they don't know, they don't work with people that they don't know. And so I guess I feel a little passionate about it when I see someone out there suffering. And I know I can't save everybody, but just know this: if you're suffering from alcoholism or problem drinking or whatever, I don't know you, but I'm praying for your serenity and I'm praying for your peace. And just know this: if you're painstaking about this phase of your development, you'll be amazed before you're halfway through. You're going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. You will not regret the past, nor wish to shut the door on it. And I'm going to break this down and talk about it. Giving you my deepest condolences, DJ Fu Sumi headquarters, but I believe... Wait, are you Erica? Is this Erica? I don't know. I don't, because you have that. Regardless of who you are, I don't think that's it's genetic. It can be genetic, yeah. Because as I did my inventory, wait, who is it? Is that you, Erica, or is it DJ? because there's all kind of, there's I mean, it doesn't matter. I'll just address whatever. No, oh yeah, you know what? Okay, thank you. Thank you. You're not blocked here, honey. And I want to give you my condolences. Sorry for the loss of your brother. Um, you know what? And I think it is genetic. It can be genetic, but it also can, you can develop it. You can develop the disease. It's not something that is just always, I mean, some people say, "Oh, I think I was always an alcoholic," but no, it's something that that you could become an alcoholic. It's a disease, and it's cunning, baffling, and powerful. And I'm so grateful that, I never thought that I was going to stop drinking. So I could understand how people could be weary, like, oh, she's a liar, she's like, but believe me, I would not be here if I was in my disease at all. Oh my goodness. I would not be here. Like I was starting to look older. I was looking my age. I was starting, it was just it wasn't just, I know that sounds vain to say, oh, I was looking my age. I was looking my age. Thank you. The reason why is like we thank you. We age well in my family, and we lived for a very long time, except for, unfortunately, my grandmother passed away at the age of 75, and her mother, my great grandmother, lived into past 91, and my aunt, who's the oldest in the family, and she still knows how to work Facebook. She's 95, and she told me not to move to Louisiana. Okay. So we are super agers in our family. And so I feel like if I can preserve like my health by not using and drinking, I might be able to see my great grandchildren. Why did I start to drink? Oh, no. I started to drink when I was like a teenager. And then over the years, it just developed. I started. Why did you start to drink? Was there a death in the family? Well, I continued to drink like as I got older over death for actually many decades. I drank over my father's death. Let's see, how long did I used him as an excuse too, and that's silly. He passed, and I probably drank over him for over 20 years. And to be able to say, and I'm not bragging, that I was honestly a raging alcoholic for probably, I was introduced to alcohol when I was 15. So dang, it's crazy when you're getting up to 40. Dang. So you started, yeah, I started drinking as a teenager. Definitely. Yeah, I did. Um, yeah. Yeah, we did all that stuff. We used to shoulder tab, I don't know if you know what shoulder tab. You would ask people, like people on the street, to buy you alcohol. Like I was bad. And so was it from peer pressure? Mm, no. No. I really wanted to drink. I started when I was 15, but I think that I wanted to drink because, let me just tell you, I'm going to tell you the story. When I was 15, I had this really big party, and these girls brought when I turned 15, they brought all this alcohol to my house. But I always felt like the need that I needed to watch people, or I needed to be like the person that did not get messed up, because I felt like I had to watch everybody. And the same when I turned, because I was a teen mom, because I'm 40 and I'm 41 and I have a 23-year-old. So do the math. So when I had my child, when I was in high school, my baby's daddy, him and his friends, and I had a car, him and his friends would always want me to drive them around and be the sober driver. And I wouldn't drink because I had the baby. I wouldn't drink because I had the baby and I was breastfeeding. So I was like, man, when it's my turn to drink, I'm going to get so fucked up because I got to be the cab driver. So I don't know. It just, and then so when I turned 19, because I breastfed my first child for like a year, and so I could not wait. Okay, I get a 22-year-old. Wait, okay, I got, you have a 22-year-old and you're 38. Yeah. My son's going to be 23. He's going to be 23 in September. Got Libra. Yeah. So then when it was my turn, I was like, when it's my turn, when I drop off these, I should break this up line because it's getting late. When I am going to definitely go off. I am gonna definitely go off. You know what I'm saying? So when I turned 21, I wasn't with my baby's daddy anymore. And then my first husband was my match made in heaven, because I didn't marry my baby's daddy. You guys, I know I've lived a life. Okay, I lived a life. So, hey Erica, you have beautiful hair. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, and you know what, girl? Let me tell you something. This stuff actually works really good. I'm using the Sleek and Shine. Like, this is a good. Let me just, like, I went off on the hair oils because I am trying my best to. I'm not going to put any more heat on my hair. I'm trying to my length. I'm trying to grow. I'm going to show you what I'm trying to get you. I'm not matching, so don't come for me. I'm not matching, you guys. I'm wearing some workout pants that are totally a different color. I'm not matching. Okay, don't come for me. Okay, so I'm right here. Hold on. Wait, tell me what you use. Okay, I will. I'll tell you what I use. Okay, so I'm right here. Okay. Okay, so girl, I'm trying to get a whole curly hair regimen down. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you what I use. Okay. I use, let me just get my stuff. I use butters. You know what? I don't use butters because some of them make my hair like I don't know. I don't feel like I need butters. I use oils, and honestly, I'm gonna keep it real. This stuff right here, I feel like a lot of this works for me, and what works for me may not work for you. But I've learned that when I mixed the oils with this, like this right here is a leave-in conditioner. This is called Camille Rose Honey Hydrate, and it's really good. This probably retails for about $16 or $15, but it lasts for a very long time. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like. It looks thick, but it's not that thick. But it really lasts on your hair, and it doesn't make it like too oily. And then I use this Garnier Fructis Slick, and then I also use I like this. Oh wait, no, this is the same. I like this. This is almost empty. Hold on one second. I got excited because I'm talking about hair stuff. But yeah, so this is what I use. Is that, no, it's not honey. It's, well, actually, you know what? Let me read it. I don't even know what I'm putting. Actually, it is honey. I'm like, it's just the name. No, it is honey. Ingredients: honey, olive, fruit oil, castor. Ooh, maybe that's what our hair loves castor oil. And I also use castor oil. So this is great. This is great. This this one's a little heavier. This is a Sleek and Shine, and it has avocado in it. And then this right here is a leave-in conditioner. Oh, actually, I do use cream with argan oil in it. And so look, so this is this, and then I use this one, and I use the curly one too. And so I'll show you what it looks like when I put it on my hair. So I will do this. Okay. Don't come for my edges. Let me just smooth them down a little bit. Okay, but you see how it doesn't make it white, and then I put this. You know what? Let me go get my spray bottle. I'm just gonna do this. It's hard to when you don't plan the things out. But yeah, and then I just braid it. Like right now, I was trying to do a braid out, and so I just have like 3 braids. One, 2, 3 here, and then I just braid 3 on this side. I was just trying to see how it looks, but it stays. It works out pretty good. This, I'm gonna say, this is the best out of all of the oils. This is the best. We need the links. Okay, you know what? I'll do some hair videos. Would you like some hair videos? I'll do that. And I'll put in all the links. I'll make some hair videos for sure. Definitely. Okay? Yeah. And then I love I'm not gonna put gel in my hair right now, but I love this gel. Extreme gel. This is really good. Hey, sorry if I'm not saying hello to you. Hey, Nina's Journey. Hey. Yes. Okay. I'll do some hair videos. You know what, Erica? I am so sad about Miss USA. She has so many. I was watching her hair vlogs. She had hair, and she, honestly, Lord rest her soul, she's been inspiring me because Miss USA 2019, she took her life, and she had beautiful hair, and she had 4 degrees. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm not going to get into that anymore because I'll be sad. But yeah, this is it. And I was just talking about Bougie Gang. So I was just talking about alcoholism and how and I use tea tree oil but I'm going to do a hair video. I use tea tree oil for my scalp, and and I put tea tree oil in a water bottle, and I know. So I keep it greasy. No, it's not greasy. Actually, it's not. It doesn't feel like I have a lot of product in it at all, and the shrinkage isn't too bad. And I keep it in braids. Like, I think that it's better to do, for me, braid outs instead of twist out, because my hair wants to turn into dreadlocks. Like, my hair is so curly, it wants to link up. So yes, came to believe. Oh, and since I stopped drinking alcohol, you guys, I used to be bald-headed. No shade for any bald-headed people out there, but I was bald-headed, you guys. I was like, I wasn't bald-headed, but my hair was falling out. And yeah, it was all bad. And so, and it's like, I was puffy all the time. I would sweat for no reason at all. I'd be like, you look at me and I'd sweat. And I'd be like, what the hell? People know. It's like, what is wrong with you, Keisha? Yeah, it's just crazy. It was ridiculous. And it's like, I looked in the mirror and I didn't even know who the fuck I was. I was like, who the fuck are you? I didn't even want to look at myself. Like, I was like, y'all say that, oh, Keisha, you look good. You're pretty, but I didn't feel that way. But thank you. I lost my cheekbones. Even though I know I've gained some weight, you guys, I'm going to be on my celery journey. I'm going to take you guys to the gym in the morning because I didn't go to the gym today. I ain't even going to lie. I did not go. I'm going to weigh. I weighed in at 164 today, and I'm going to try. I was 170 pounds last week. And anyway, so let me talk about alcoholism. Sorry, you guys. So when I retire at night, I think about like resentments and other things. I wish I had hair like that. Aw. You know what? I'm going to teach you how to do some good techniques. You know what? We can do some twist outs, Okay. So watching out for anger and resentments. But to get to those later, first let's look at some of these shapes and colors. Shapes and colors of anger that seem to arrive. Okay. So these are words of anger that I read to see if I've acted any of these, if I acted like this. Intolerance, contempt, envy, hatred, snobbiness, rigidity, discontent, tension, sarcasm. I'm really sarcastic. I can't help it. That's just a part of me. I'm a sarcastic person. Self-pity, malice, distrust, anxiety, suspicion, jealousy. So these are good things to do some inventory on before you go to sleep, and being good to yourself. When a loved one or a dear friend of ours is recuperating from a serious illness, we generally try to give what good nurses call TLC, tender loving care. We pamper a sick child, providing favorite foods and some fun to help in recovery. So this book is called Living Sober, and it talks about just like it helps you just remind yourself to be good to yourself, being grateful, and just step 3. So let's go back to step 3. Step 3, made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood him. And some people don't believe in God. So when it reads the care of God as we understood him, thank you. And I'll be doing some more hair videos very soon, and workout. I'm going to work out in the morning. So I'm going to bring my phone and take it to the gym. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your support. Good luck with your channel too. Hey. Okay. So, and I'm just going to read this again. Remember, we deal with alcohol, cunning, baffling, and powerful. I was speaking to someone. I was counseling with someone the other day, and they were sharing with me how they just could not. They were just explaining the behavior of someone they were working with, and they were just like, I just don't understand. I don't just understand. I just can't. And I'm like, this is when I'm dealing with a fellow active alcoholic, and I'm starting to ruminate, like how cows ruminate when they chew, like ruminate on the behavior. I have to remember these 3 descriptive words of the disease: cunning, baffling, and powerful. Do you know why I think God kept me alive from killing myself from alcoholism? So that anyone that's watching that like has maybe a drink in their hand, or they had a fight with a significant other, or they're drunk dialing or whatever. Maybe this video will maybe make them think, well, maybe I do have a problem with alcohol. Maybe I do need to give it up. Maybe I do need to reach out for help. Because if you're suffering from it, I hope that you get help, and I hope that it doesn't take you out. Either you give in or you cave in, and that's usually what happens to some people. I'm passionate about recovery. Even though I haven't been doing many recovery videos, I'm going to start, because that's what God is calling for me to do. I'm going to still, you're just going to see. I hate, like right now, I feel like I'm doing what other YouTubers do. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to keep carrying the message. I'm grateful that I don't have to have a drink today. And I'm just grateful. I am. So I hope that, and I'm going to say this again, If you're painstaking about this phase of your development, you'll be amazed before you're halfway through. You're going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. You will not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. You will comprehend the word serenity and you will know peace. No matter how far down the scale you've gone, you will see how your experience can benefit others. That feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. You will lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in your fellows. Self-seeking will slip away. Fear of economic insecurities will leave you. You will intuitively handle situations which used to baffle you. You will suddenly realize that God is doing for you what you cannot do for yourself. Are these extravagant promises? I think not. They're being fulfilled for me and sometimes some of you, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly, but they'll always materialize if you work for them. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Be good to yourself. Stay safe out there, you guys. Much love. Thank you for supporting my channel. Thumbs up this video on the way out, and I will see you when I see you. Bye.